popularly known as the SHALAWAM versus SHALAM. A lot of Israelites out there, they will say SHALAWAM. They agree to SHALAWAM. We want to know what is the right way to say a greeting to another Israelite, all right? First, I want to go into where the Israelites get the SHALAWAM first from, and I want you to, if you could, yes, all right. If you can go on Google, right, and look up pictures of the Jewish man saying shalom in a picture, right? So you go to a Jewish store, you go to Brooklyn, you go to Crown Heights, and they will have a, like a little calendar, a little picture, say shalom, and then they'll have it in Hebrew, in their Hebrew, right? And I want you to get me Jeremiah 10:2. All right. All right. So that picture right there, the bottom right, get this on. Bottom left. See if there's a better one. Just scroll down 1 second. Let me see right quick. This one? Yes, scroll down a little more. Let me see. Oh, scroll down. All right. That one right there in the middle right there is perfect. That one right there is it. That one. If you can right click that. Okay, come on. Right click on to the image on the right. Not that one. That's the lower pixelated one. The one on the right. Right click that one and press open image in new tab. It should be in the middle of that list right there. In the middle. Go down. See right here. Oh, image. There you go. Okay. And that one right there is what you're gonna share onto the StreamYard when you get a chance. Okay. Good. And you can see there, they wrote this. Right? They wrote this. SHALAWAM. Right? That's what they wrote. To say SHALAM. Right? But now, there's a book, one of our favorite books here, right? Yes, it's a real favorite book.
Should be here. Officer,
See, brothers using it.
officer used it.
Yeah, see, brothers use it to do the attendance. That book is an expensive book, man. That ain't no attendance book. You know what I mean? The bathroom?
Good bad, so right here, sir.
Oh, there we go. Okay. No, you're not. Right. You know what I mean? You had to prepare. You know you had to prepare. You know what I mean? Who are you? Okay. So we have a book here, right? This book is called the Biblical Text and Hebrew Workbook, right? So this is by scholars. I'm gonna say why they're scholars, right? Bonnie Pedrati Kittle, Vicky Hoffer, Rebecca Axelrod, right? And this book right here is from Yale University, right? Yale University, right? This book is from Yale University, right? You have to be very sure about your information to be teaching anything at Yale, much less to put it in a book from Yale. All right, we're gonna say it again. Yeah, the Ivy League, yeah, top of the top, right? Yale, Harvard, Princeton. If you ain't there, then you ain't nobody. Yeah, this is where 1% people go.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we go to page 3, and it says, right? It says the so like, let me see, you can get on camera here. The Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world.
Back up a little bit.
Back up. There we go. Oldest in the world, still in use today. Our own alphabet, referring to the English, is a descendant of it by a circuitous root. The text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development. Now, the period of development is going to be very relevant to this. So what we have on the board here, right? Okay. So that, yeah. Originally meaning before these periods of development, only the consonants were used. Okay. So before these periods of development, right? Originally, only the consonants were used, right? So now let's go look into what is not a consonant, all right? So of course, referring to the consonants in English, because in Hebrew there's really no vowels in Hebrew, right? Hebrew, all the characters in Hebrew, right? I'm saying characters, the world calls them letters, right? Those are all considered consonants, right? Vowels now, which are not consonants, vowels, we know them, Bruce, right? A, E,
I, O, U.
A, E, I, O, U. So these are the vowels, right? These are not the consonants. Go ahead, Bruce.
They had a little jingle when I was coming up. I don't even know if it still stands. There's say sometimes Y and W. They would add that.
Yeah. I know what it is. I would, but what they're referring to in this book is the A, E, I, O, U. But that is true that they teach you in school. You know, the subclause.
English language.
Yeah, that's English language thing. Come. Good. So now, there was no A, E, I, O, U. Now, if you go back to the picture yesterday I had, right? We have here, they got shalom with an O. O is a vowel. Now, of course, they have an A here. There's no way to write an A really in Hebrew. But in Yiddish, they would try to implement an A. There's things that they would do to implement an A. Now, according to Yale University, here's what they would do, right? By the time of what they refer to as the Israelite kingdoms, referring to the Jewish man, they're not referring to the Israelite kingdom of today. Some consonants, ha, wa, and ya, were used to indicate certain vowels, right? So now the Jewish man, he went to go use certain things for vowels. He uses the ya, the wa, and the ha to be vowels. And they got a key. They got a key at the bottom. The key is A for the ha, right? The I or the, or what is it? The I or the E, right? By the ya, O and the U as a wa. Now, we have over here the O, right? According to Yale University, this O should come up as a wa. That O should come up as a wa. And do we have the wa in Shalom? Show them a picture again, yes, sir. Yes, we have a wa right here in that Hebrew, Assyrian Hebrew figure, second to the left. All right. So this is this. According to Yale University. According to Yale University, they added these vowels in there. Right? They added these letters to indicate European vowels because there was no vowels in the Hebrew. Good. So what does that mean I gotta do? Give me Zechariah. Oh, what you got there?
Jeremiah 10 and 2.
Give me Jeremiah 10 and 2 right quick.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith the Lord. God said this. You can bring that down into the water, right? Oh, as a matter of fact, keep it up 1 second. Thus saith the Lord. God said this. Read.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
The heathen.
Learn
not the way of the heathen.
Good. Say learn one more time.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. Who's the heathen? Amalekites are the heathen because we know them to be the conversion Jews. Right. All right. What year was that? 861 AD. One time, Captain Kapat put out on the America on Fire Black Watch radio show with Commander Johanna on a Saturday, and he was bringing out a list of the names of the It was the Jewish people around the years in 800 AD, and they all had these old book names. And then one day, 861 AD, mass conversion to Judaism. Then all of a sudden, their king became King Joseph. And after that, you got all of the Davids and the Shlomos, you know what I mean, all of them. But before that, their name was like some Ug Booga Wooga. It sounded like that. I don't know their language, the Khazarian language. The Khazarian language was the Ug Bug Wooga Wooga, or something like that, right? We got to get confirmation of how or what those names were. And maybe you can look them up. Look at Khazar King, 700 AD. All right, go on.
They came out of Russia, right? The Khazars.
The steppes of Russia.
Okay.
So we're talking about modern day Ukraine, right? That area right there was a part of the Khazarian region. Okay, good. Learn that the word the heathen. Drop that. Let me get. Is there any more on that?
Yes, sir.
Please.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Good. Drop that and get me Zechariah 3 and 9. Okay. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, referring to the heathens who are always worshiping the sun and always worshiping the moon and having a moon feast day. The heathen will have a moon day. They'll create a day to just worship the moon. Okay. That's all right. This Zechariah is right before Matthew. If you know what Matthew is, just go back. Right? You're gonna see Malachi, and then you're gonna see Zephaniah, right around this. Right? It is Zephaniah, right? It's Zephaniah 3 and 9. Zephaniah. The one you click just now. It is Zechariah. Let's check right now. We'll just check. All right. Zephaniah. I know I was talking to you on the phone the other day. I mentioned it. Okay. Okay. And then I want to get instances of Shalom and Shalawam in the Bible. Okay.
Okay. Zephaniah 3 and 9.
Please.
The book of, excuse me.
So let's take your time.
I could read it.
Please, go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. But then will I turn to the people of pure language, and they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent.
Say it again.
But then will I turn to the people of pure language.
So this is Zephaniah. Zephaniah 3, verse 9. Right? It says, read it again.
But then,
for what?
But then,
meaning referring to a time. And in the third time, he will do what?
Will I turn to the people?
Will I do what?
Turn to the people.
Turn to the people. Read.
A pure language.
A what?
Pure language.
A pure language. How do you make something pure? Wait. What is not pure? What does it mean to not be pure? Get some water. Get some water from the pipe. I say this is water from the pipe. It is not pure. What's in it?
Contaminated.
Say it again.
It's contaminated.
The water is contaminated. It's contaminated with things that are not water. This language is contaminated with things that are not Hebrew, right? According to people who say they are Jews. People who say they are Jews, they contaminate their language with things that are not Hebrew. What's something that's not Hebrew? Vowels. Vowels are not Hebrew. Right? Hebrew did not have no vowels. That's not what it was. Even the A was not a vowel in Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? A was a consonant in Hebrew. There's no E, there's no I, there's no O, there's no U. Okay? Good. Read it again one more time.
But then will I turn to the people of pure language.
So now, he's going to turn us. Meaning what? We're learning one thing. Right? Biggs was in there learning Judaism. And then one day he says, you know what, I'm going to turn from this. I'm going to turn from this. I'm going to turn in another direction. I'm going to sar. Sar in Hebrew turn. I'm going to sar, turn into a different direction and look for something that's different than this. And then Yale said, the O is what they use to include their European vowels. So we got to take out the contaminants. We got to take out this O. Take out the O. The O is the Y. Take that out. And then I go into my concordance and I go look for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking for SHALAWAM. I don't want to see if that is a word in the Bible. Right? Let's go to the concordance. We go to our trusty concordance, right? Strong's exhausted concordance. You know, got all the good Hebrew stuff in the Bible words in there. And I want to go to see if I find shalom in here. We're going to go to 1 before 8,000, which is 790, right? Bear with me, guys. It's a big book. I'm going to go to 799. Right? 799. 7999, right? 7999. And what is that? Right? 7999. Lo and behold, there is a Shah, La, and Ma in the Bible, in the Hebrew. There is a Shah, La, Ma in the Bible. Right? I think there's so much Shah, La, Ma. They put more than one. That's the Chaldeans. Right? They saying it too. Okay? And all of these Shah, La, and Ma refer to the word peace. Okay? There goes that word peace right there. Peace. And all the other things that means peace. Right? To be friendly is to be peaceful. Right? To complete something, you are not at peace. You're not in stress. You're not in agony. You know what I mean? Right? To recompense means to pay somebody back. Right? That means you are not at peace. You're not in animosity. You're not grudging anymore. You're not at peace. To make restitution. Right? To make restitution is to be at peace, right? Okay, good. We get the point, right? Good. Right. What I want to do is I want to find instances with this in the Bible. And I'm gonna tell you this, right? With other people touching these books, they've made this a little bit complicated because they'll put the concordance code on the words that is not it in its tense, in its use. Right? What I want to do is I want to check out. I want to go to my Hebrew interlinear and I want to check out Joshua, right? Okay. I'll check out Joshua. Hold on. Travel talk, you okay?
Yes. Perfectly fine.
Right, so shalom is the root word, right? When I go into Joshua anywhere else, they give me different tenses of it. They're giving me SHALAYAM, SHALAYAMA, right? And they're letting you know this is the root word of SHALAYAMA. Of course, this is not the greeting, right? So you're gonna get the tenses with it that are not the greeting. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to get out of all of these sentence structures, right? I want to get the thing that is SHALAWAM now, right? So we're gonna get one of those words we mentioned a while ago, which is born out of that tense, which is recompense. Okay. Let's go to Numbers, right? Let's go to Numbers 5 and 7. Which I've done. Sure. 6213, 6213. You got 3034. You got 2403. You got 6212. 2. You got 7725. No, it's not that one. Let me check our phone. They're given different words for the same word recompense, even though it said so what happened was in here they're using a different word for recompense, right? So the concordance is saying that in English they would use one word to say shalom, and of course recompense, and then of course in other parts of the book they are using another Hebrew word of a certain sense to say recompense in another way, right? So another one is telling me to go to Ruth 2 and 12, where this one would be rooted in shalom. Okay. Okay. Even they added another tense on this. Not what we wanted again. This is SHALAM. Right? SHALAM. So they're given different tenses or ways how to say the thing that they mean to say, the thing that is in their intention. I'm trying to find it, and then of course they show that it's rooted in shalom. Here's the issue that I'm having right now, right? So I can keep it a buck with you, right? There's not many places in the Old Testament in the records where a man is greeting. I'm trying to find where two people meet and they greet. Maybe someone online could give me an instance where two people meet and greet in the Bible, because of course these are records. So if I have a record and I'm explaining an event that happened last week or January 6th at Capitol Hill, I would say Donald Trump's men rolled up and Donald Trump went on the podium. And he said this to the people. That's how the Bible talks. The Bible talks like this. Moses came to the congregation and he came up on the mount and he spoke to the people and they were against him. Now it's very hard to find Moses saying, I came to you one-on-one to say, you get more of that in the New Testament. But in the New Testament, it's not written in Hebrew, it's written in Greek. I'm trying to find the Hebrew, right, for that thing, right? Okay. But all of these words they're rooted in the word for shalom, right? He will recompense. Hold on. We got a lot of recompense. I'm trying to pick one based on the time we have. Let me just look through some. Job 34 and 33. Job 34, 33. Okay. No, that's not the one we want. Hold on. You okay, Shabbatak? What's you doing over there? If you have any questions online online also, we'll take them right now, right?
How about Judges 15:23, sir?
Okay, let me hear it.
Waya'amar la'a Yahweh Shalom.
No, not that. I need to hear it in English so we can get the context. Right?
I put it up in English. The book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 23. And the Lord said unto him, Peace be unto thee, fear not, thou shalt not die.
Say it again.
And the Lord said unto him, this is when Gideon, the interaction with the angel.
Okay.
And the Lord said unto him, Peace be unto thee, fear not, thou shalt not die.
And what scripture is that?
There's Judges chapter 6, verse 23.
Judges 6, 23, right? But that still don't look like the greeting though. That's him saying something to him. You see what I'm saying? Was he saying anything to him before that? What was he doing before that? Give me one verse up.
Verse 21. Then the angel of the Lord put forth the hand of the staff that was in his hand and touched the flesh and the 11 cakes, and there rose up fire out of the rock.
So he was already there. I want to part where two people meet. They greet. You know what I mean? You don't find too many of them. Okay. Go anywhere, the concordance is going to tell me shalom, and then you go to the verse, it says shalamah, it says shalamanah, it says all of the other tenses of the word, all right? Jeremiah, let me say Jeremiah right quick. Thirty-two, 18. Yeah, shalom. I guess it is. I get it. Google right quick. People meeting in the Bible, right? Jeremiah 50. They're talking about all the things that they do to make peace, right? Even this one right here is talking about repaying someone, but it's talking about making peace with them, right? Because the word shalom is peace, all right? Shalom wa, the wa at the end of a word. Wa at the end of a word, at the end, right? Right? Wa. From the ancient Hebrew, wa. At the end of a word. End of word is to say him. Right? That's one instance of making, even though it says repay. The whole idea is that it was to make peace. All right? No problem, right? Okay. And of course, in all of these, right? That peace, as they're saying, it doesn't have the Y in there as to make peace. Okay. The vowel is not there, as the Jewish man. So if the Jewish man wrote the same thing, you'd have to say shalom wa, right? But that's not what we've seen here, right? I'm trying to get these instances of these shalom. Give me a second. But holding a peace, even that holding a peace is not the peace that we say is peace. So it's never going to be shalom. These men are peaceable. Genesis 34:21. Also, Bruce, if you have any questions, let me know in the meantime, all right? While I'm looking for these here, right? They hated him and could not speak peaceably with him. The answer of peace. There's the 37. 37. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think it's connected to the class. There's this lady that has, she got like something on YouTube. She goes by the name of Black.
Right.
Almost recent.
Hold on 1 second. Right? Here's another bastardization, right? I'm looking for SHALAWAM, right? Let's say someone spoke to him, right, in peace, right? The Barawa La Shalom. It says Shalom, but then at the bottom, it's writing SHALAWAM. Like, why is it doing that? I mean, like, they make it very much confusing, and especially at the bottom, they wrote the O in it, right, to say Shalom, but that's not what it's saying in the verse. For those who understand, this top line right here under these colors, right, are to give you what's in the Torah or in the Tanakh, right, and then underneath the numbers, they're trying to say that this is this word right here. This is from this. That's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say this right here in the dictionary is this, but that's not what's going on, right? And in the other places, they got the one that would be other words, and they got shalom down here. So they made it very tricky, to find out. And if you see me over here not going into a full lesson, is because somebody has made this a little puzzle. You know what I mean? Let me check my notes right quick. Hold on. Go ahead, Bruce.
Now, she did a program called.
In my notes, I have Ezra 4:17.
Ezra 4:17?
Yeah. Go ahead.
She did a program called History of One West. She entitled it SHALAWAM.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find it today to show you. I couldn't.
Who's that?
A woman's voice talking.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at Black Leaf, I think it's BLKLIE.
That's like their YouTube name or something like that?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
She does programs on various organizations.
Right.
I think her most recent one was on mentioned.
Okay. You gotta show it to me. You got my number, right?
Yeah.
When you come across it, shoot me a text. You know what I mean? Okay. If you can get me in the Bible, right? Ezra 4:17.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, you want to read it? That's a lot, but we'll show you. Mm-hmm.
The book of Ezra, chapter 4, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Then said the king in answer unto Rehum, the chancellor, and to Shimshai the scribe,
Mm-hmm.
and to the rest of their companions that dwell in Samaria, and unto the rest beyond the river, peace, and at such a time.
Right, so this is a greeting. Now he's greeting these people. He's saying to them, peace. All right. The phone dead. Okay. So now when we go into the Hebrew of what he said, according to Figures Rights, it should be SHALAWAM. Right? According to let's name all of the SHALAWAM groups. Who knows them? I don't. Right? The Zabak would say. The back would say it. House of David would say it. House of David would say it. House of Israel would say it. What's the other groups? GOCC say Shalawam. Okay, and who else? Sakari will say Shalawam. They're doing Sunday all the time. Captain Desire was on a show with them the other day, right? And they greet Shalawam. And Captain Desire will tell them it's not Shalawam, it's Shalom. And they'll be like, I don't care, because of course, some people cannot be corrected, right? So for all of the very few instances of greetings in the Bible, they got one where the king of Samaria is greeting the people. And he says this thing right here, right? Right, so I'll start from the top. Right? Pastana, Ma'ah, Shalak is ascend, Malaka, right? This is their dialect from where they at, right? But they have Israel in captivity. Okay? Rakwa meaning the Israelites are under him. All right. Baal, time, was Shamashia, that's someone's name. Shamash is to say son, right? Or my son, right? Sapar, wa Sha'ar, right? They in Samaria, right? And the king is talking to them in Samaria that dwell in Samaria, right? Sha'ar, remainder. Ibar means past. They got it here as beyond. It means past, to go past, right? Past the what? The river, Nahara. Nahara is the word for river. And he says this to them. Shalom. That's how he greets them. He greets them in Shalom. Right? Wa Ka'ai. Right? This is what Ka'ai is. All right? And they're saying at such times. That's what the break you can in the English, right? Okay? Good. That greeting was Shalom, right? It didn't even bend that one to say Shalom nothing like that, right? It didn't say Shalawam as a greeting, right? It said Shalom. All right? Good. Okay. I want to get the instances of Shalawam too, but I'm having a hard time finding that right now. If I go there, if I search for it, they give me Shalom. All right? Okay. No problem. Any other questions online? Yeah, Shalom, Captain the car. Shalom, how about you drive yourself? All right. We got Ra'awan. We got Olivia Arnold. All right. We got the San Bernardino School. We got the Shalawan. Okay. Good. Bruce, the questions again, right?
No.
Okay. Okay. Are we fully understood of what the greeting is? You know how to break down the greeting, Bruce? I'm not gonna ask you to do it.
I know what the proper greeting is. I don't think I know how to
break it down?
break it down.
Okay, so say the proper greeting for me one time.
Proper greeting is Shalom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but correct. And then after that, we'll say the salute. We'll say Yahweh Ba'Hashem Barak. Good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down the salute, right, word by word, right? Just so we can be fully understood on what each thing is. So we say Shalom. And for people not be confused out there, I'm not gonna write peace. I'm gonna write greeting. I'm gonna write the greeting, as a matter of fact. This is the greeting. Right, this is how we greet people. The greeting. Right, this is our way of greeting. Okay. And then we're gonna say Lord's name. Yah, Ha, Wa. Right? And then that scripture we read a while ago. It said the Lord turned into a pure language so that we may call him in one consent. Meaning everybody has to say the same thing, right? One consent meaning by this one permission. If we had different permissions, if you have different consents, then I'm saying God this way, he's saying God that way, he's saying God that way. Because Christianity says, oh, well, you can call him whatever you want in the same God, not according to the Bible. The Bible says we got to call him under one consent. Okay? Now, of course, what tribe is made from this name called Yahweh? You have one tribe called Judah. Right? Judah in Hebrew is Yahweh. Before I finish the rest of the greeting, right? Yahweh. Right? And this word right here is built from this, right? And this, right? Where this part right here is to say Yahweh. Yahweh. Right? And this part over here is to say Da. Right? This word right here is praise. Right? And this part right here is the name of God. Right? Name of God. Right? That's God's name. Okay? Awada is the root word of Sawada. Right? That's where you get Sawada from. Right? Sawada. This right here becomes Sawada according to the Strong's Concordance. All right. Awada is born out of Sawada. Right. So before you had Sawada, you had Awada. Awada is praise. You know what I mean? To big them up. I go on a podium and I say, hey, I want to thank, Jamani Williams for giving the same message that the UPK has been teaching since 1969, that the gun crime in New York is based on the offenses between two brothers. We have not been taught how to sort out the offenses between two Black and Latino brothers. They've been offended, and New York is not providing nothing to fix their offenses. So there's gun crime, there's knife crime, and there's gang banging. Right? That's praise. Where that praise is like a thank you, but it's doing it out loud. Because we praise the Lord out loud to everybody. All right? And now the the as a preposition, meaning at the beginning of a word. That is how you say you. Because you're saying it to them. You're saying it to them. All right? At the beginning of a word, all right? Good. Good.
Well, I have questions.
Please.
Just know the greeting, Shalom, at the end of class, turn to face the sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just my ear, because I'm a young man of truth. So greeting begins to sound the same, but there's a slight difference in the words. Because I guess you're greeting sisters, I don't know.
Oh, what they say, the Howard Shema Alatha.
Definitely don't know what they say back. I don't even know what we say.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over that too.
Okay.
I'm going to the right after this. Of course, some people say God's name is not Yahweh. God's name is what? They say God's name is Ahaya. Yeah. Okay, well. So God's name is Ahaya, right? God's name is Ahaya. Ahaya. Yeah, y'all forgot the middle name and the last name of God's name. Ahaya Ashar Ahaya. Y'all didn't get the middle name and the last name. God's got the middle name and the last name, according to some people out there. Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. Okay? They say this is God's name, and Judah has God's name plus Awada. So Judah we got the wrong name for Judah. We gotta change Judah's name. Judah's name is wrong. Judah's name really should be according to them. Judah's name should be Ahaya, Ahayada. According to them.
Praise.
Huh? I am brave. That's kind of selfish. I am brave. That is prideful. You know what I mean? How do you even transliterate that? This would be like what? He, right? They got the that Yah will become the I right there, right? And then you have the DAH. So they need to change Judah's name to Haida or Ahida. If God's name is Ahaya or Sharahaya, right? Maybe you can't see this on the camera. I know they got the little.
They see it.
Just want to just bring it over a little bit, just so you know, right? Because they say God's name is not how God's name is Ahaya or Sharahaya. That Judah is Ahida. We gotta get the whole Bible. We gotta not say Christ, the son of Judah, the conquering line of Judah. We gotta say the conquering line of Ahida. All right, so that's what they've alluded it to. All right, okay. But so of course that's not true and that's silly. All right. Okay. What other names do people have for God? Some people say God is not Yahweh, it's Allah. We gotta change Judah to Allah, Allah, Allah. You know what I mean? That's not Judah's name, all right? No problem. But we get the idea, right? Okay. Can I read this? Yes, sir. Okay. Right quick. Ahaya. Let me break down what Ahaya is. I'm spelling it wrong. It's really this. It's Ahaya. And I think they're spelling it wrong too, because they don't spell it like this, right? They don't put two H's at the beginning. They put one H at the beginning, right? Good. Because what they're trying to say is Ha, Ya, Ha. Right? So this is this right there. Right? And this Ha right here is this right here. And we got the Ya, right? And then we got this last Ha the with this Ha the end there, right? That's how you probably spell Ahaya, right? Breaking it down, right? In Hebrew, at the beginning of a word, is I. If it's not part of the word, part of the root word, this is how you say I. You say like I am Hataha, right? Or I did it, right? I is that. Haya is B, right? Haya is B, to say B. You know what I mean? So we got which is I, and then we got Haya to say B. Okay? IB, right? That's what we were saying a while ago when we said IB praise. That's what he meant by that. Okay? Breaking down that, right? Ashar is how you say that. Right? That or who. Yeah, go ahead, yes,
if I may, sir, in the English, the oppressor will call this Ebonics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's improper English. But then when you're breaking it down from our culture, that's actually how we speak. Sit down. From a cultural perspective, in the Hebrew, we actually speak that way.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because Hebrew is the ultimate black language. It is the only black language. And that was truly ours. Okay, good. And the reason they have a book called the Biblical Hebrew Textbook is because they're trying to break down the black language. They're trying to break down something that's not theirs. You know what I mean? So you got to get scholars, they got to get Masoretes to try to understand a language that is not theirs. And when they speak it, they still don't speak this. Right? They got to have the vowels in there, and then they got to get the text and be like, this is not the Hebrew that we speak. So they got to put dots and dashes in the Torah, in the Tanakh, try to emulate the thing that they are speaking to them. Go ahead.
It's like them trying to have rhythm. Like they look at music from a perspective where you gotta wait 1, 2, 3 beat, and then like they try to figure it out. When we just do it naturally, try to have rhythm.
You know what they gotta do? They wanna dance, and they gotta draw the footsteps on the ground with the numbers 1, 2, and they get Like that. You know what I mean? That's what white people do. That's what white people do. I don't know if they do that anymore, but you know what I mean? You all know we've all seen it before, right? From the 80s, right? Okay. Okay. Let me finish this part of the greeting so we can get to the other part or erase the Yahweh and Judah, right? Right? I want to take a picture of this right quick. Okay, Cam?
Yes, I like some more.
More what?
The chocolate.
No, you can't stay still. So you sit down and you're standing up. How?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Bruce.
I'm just capitalizing on what folks already said, but
Mhm.
just in terms of the music too, also jazz.
Yeah.
You know, because they had these instruments. But once we got them, something totally new came out
Right.
that they initially tried to poke fun of.
Hmm.
Then they tried to emulate it. Then they tried to say they started it.
Yeah, they tried
Became a
to.
big
Yeah. They were saying that they didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to what was they saying? Like they was like they didn't want to hear that black music or something like that, right? I think even in Germany they had signs to say on the walls outside to say stop listening to the jazz because it is monkey music, and they had a black man as a monkey, and they had a big Jewish star on the monkey. Wow. Y'all know what I'm talking about? There's a big Jewish star. I'm saying a Jewish star for the world will call it a Jewish star. They had a star, they had a shield of David. The world will call it even also a star of David. They had a big shield of David on the monkey playing the saxophone to say, do not play jazz music out here. It is Negro music. And they put what we would call the shield of David, what they would call the star of David, or what some other people call the Jewish star to say that the Negro is the real Jew, right? And some people was trying to be like these real Jews in Germany. That's what they were trying to say, all right? What would be interesting if we could get books from Germany of why they were doing and saying these things and putting these things in pictures at that time. It would be very interesting to hear books and stuff from that time and that era of why they did with this. It might be very eye-opening, right? Could be, right? After you reading a whole lot of Willkommen and Wunderbar, Schwartz, you know what I mean? Reading German. Rumor had it out there in the world, right? That the Old English in the King James Version is more easily understood by Germans than regular speaking English people today. Why they say that, I don't know, but they say English is a Germanic language. 1066 AD, the Battle of Normandy, when the Norman people from France went to go conquer England, right? They 1066.
1066.
Yeah, right. If I'm not mistaken, right? You know, Negroes was all up in the Roman Empire, right? So this is how they got to England, right? By the Roman armies, and at this time, the Roman armies is all split up because the curse upon the Israelites is that we're going to be made into many nations. Okay, so you got one Negro here, one Negro over there. They got two different cultures, right? Just out of nothing, just out of themselves, right? And one time they was called the people of Normandy, right? So before France was France, it was Normandy and these other places, Normandy and Gaul and this and that, right? And they going up to England to take over England from the Japhites, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, who were a brown people. And those Normans, they were not speaking English because English didn't exist at that time. They were speaking French. Okay. So words that we say today in English, cow. In French, beef. You know what I mean? Beef. Buff. Buff. There we go. That buff became beef. You know what I mean? In English, chicken. In French, poulet, which is where we get poultry. You know what I mean? What's the other one? Goat. English, goat. In French, something called the mutton. What do you say?
Well, mouton will be sheep.
Mouton. Mouton is sheep.
Sheep.
Right? So in English, sheep. In French, mouton. Mouton. In Jamaica, they say mutton. You know what I mean? Because they got it from the Englishman. Right? The sister's greeting. Yahweh. Yahweh. Shamar. Al. Asa. I'm gonna break down what all these are in a second. I'm gonna write them directly underneath. All right. Asa. Yahweh Shamar. Al Asa. Ba Hashem. Yahweh Shai. Ba. Ha. Shem. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. Okay, good. We got different colors, so I can break it down. Yeah, so Bruce can understand, right? So we know Yahweh, right? Yahweh is God's name, right? God's name, right? Sham. Sham is the word for name, right? Sham is the word for name. Where's the Sham over here? Sham is the word for name, right? But how are prepositions? I have to highlight what these are and separate it from the way how we think in English, right? Right? Yeah, you can put it in the garbage, right? Right? Separate that. What else need to be separated? Separated this, right? Is that it? That's it, right? Right? Ba is how we say in, right? Ba is in, right? Ha is the, right? The, right? Okay. Yep. Yahweh Shai is how we would say Jesus, right? Put your hand down, Shabbat, 1 second, please.
Okay.
Right? Yahweh Shai is how we would say Jesus, right? I'll break down his name in a minute too. Barak is how you say bless. Bless. Right? I thought in the formal way is how you say you. This was shortened to star at the beginning, like how we said star water. That star is shortening down this, right? Okay, because of course now even the Yehu is using that information to try to justify Yiddish, but they know that in the English, in the Hebrew, from Genesis as it progresses on to the Psalms, the Hebrew did advance. The writing system was once like this, to say ah, and then eventually it became this. All right, good. And by the way, this the one that we use in here is the last authorized writing way. So people that try to say before that, say, oh, that's not the one from Adam, and they want to write like this. You want to last authorized way. You want to pick up where the Israelites' real kingdom left off. All right, good. Okay, I thought is you, right? Right, we got God's name over here. We got God's name, right? God's name, we know that, Yahweh. Right? Shamar means watch. Right? Watch. Let me fix that. Watch. If you ever been to Crown Heights, the Jewish man, don't interrupt my class, Shabbat. We hand down. The Jewish man will have police cars. They have their own police in New York, right? I know them. They write. Give me a second. If I take a question right now, I interrupt the finishing of this, right? Can I finish? Okay. You sure? Yes. I have a permission to finish? Good boy. The water. Right? They're right on there. They're right on there. Sham. They write Sham. Rim. Right? What they're trying to say is Shamarium. Right? Shamar Young. Because of course Yale University again said that they changed the Yah into this. Right? Do you still have the book? Right? You know, it's just a mess with them, all right? I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right? They turned the Yah. I'm not sure if you can see it online. But they have the Yah into slap your arm. There we go. Right? They turn the Yah into an I. Right? So this is how this is their rule of how they turn things into English. So they got a Yah here, so they write an I. They don't write a Y. They look at their rules of how they change these vowels into these consonants into vowels, right? Good. And then they separated, like they took out the that sound right here. That would be the vowel sound right here. So instead of saying I would have been more accepted if they said shamorim, but they said shamrim, like sham, right? Rim. I don't know what rim would be, right? I'm not sure what that would be, right? But that is their bastardization, right? Al is over. Over. Right? Over. Right? And that is the complete greeting, right? Okay? Yes.
When you wrote God's name, you forgot that when you wrote the O next to the D, it looked like it now looks like G-O-O-L. G-O-O-L.
Yeah. This is a D right here, right?
No.
Everybody got different handwriting, right? What is a D? G-O-D. S to say we're talking about his name, right? Okay, good. Right, so for the brothers, Yahweh, God's name, Bahashim, in the name, Yahweh Shai, Jesus. Right? Barak, bless, Atha, you. God, in the name of Jesus, bless you. Right? Good. For the sisters, Yahweh, Shamar, Alatha, right? Yahweh is God's name, Shamar is watch, Al is over, Atha is you. We're asking the Lord to watch over the sisters, right? To protect them. Because they got to go to work. And they got to go on the train. And they got to be on the highway with road rage. And we have to look to protect them. And they are protected. I've never heard of nobody, out of all of the years that I've been in the school here, I've never heard of a sister, you know, of course, it's common, car crash, people get in a car crash. So what do people do on the street? People get shot with stray bullets. You know what I mean? What else? People get robbed and mugged. I've never heard of a sister get robbed, mugged in here. I've never heard that. You know what I mean? Especially a sister that's doing the right thing. Unless she commits adultery against her husband and is now married to someone else. Then you hear that she died. Or then you hear that, you know, that's how I know the Lord works in here. You know what I mean? There was a sister called, I don't know if she's been talking about these people, Yami Yumi. Yami Yumi was a famous sister. She had a TikTok that blew up, got real popular with cooking, right? And then she went and cheated on her husband, committed adultery on her husband, and it was like a matter of days. She had an overdose on something. Boyfriend gave her some drugs. She overdosed. They gone. That's it. Committed adultery. Died in the new boyfriend's crib, in the bed with him. You know what I'm talking about?
The sister recently?
This is not recent. This is about.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, Yami Yumi, man. You know, Yawasap used to be Yawasap's rib. You know what I mean? It used to be Yawasap's rib on the west side. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, it was quick. You know what I mean? Another sister, Same thing happened again. What's the name? I don't know if we should be talking about this, right? But you know, the sister committed adultery, and same thing. Speedily, you know, unalignment. I don't, you know what I mean? But other than that, for the sisters that don't do adultery, you see what I'm saying? I've never heard of, yeah, this sister got caught in a car crash, or this sister did that. What I would hear is, sister disobeyed her husband, is now in hospital. Please pray for her. Ask the Lord to forgive her. That's what I do here. But I don't never hear sister got robbed inside of the street, or sister got you know, something happened in road rage. You know, I don't hear that, right? Sisters in here are watched over by the Lord. Yahweh Shamar Alatha, right? Bahashim, what it means to say in the name, according to the reputation. Name, according to Hebrew culture, is don't put dirt on my name. Lift my name up. You know what I mean? Oh, you got a great name amongst us, man. Your name is respected around here, right? Your name being respected is your reputation. We ask the Lord to watch over this is according to the reputation of our King, Yahweh Shah the Christ. All right? The Christ means to be the anointed, meaning he's the king. Christ means he's the king. Okay? Good. And likewise for the brothers. Yahweh, Ba Hashem, and I saw the sisters first before, because that's what you wanted initially, right? Right. But for the brothers, Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, we ask the Lord to what? In the reputation of Christ. Meaning you are maintaining your deal with the death of Christ. Right? And if you abide by that deal, we hope that the Lord blesses you by you abiding in that deal that Christ, you know, that was made by his sacrifice for us. Where you abide by that, the Lord blesses you in that. Good. Okay? How does a man get blessed? He could just have good health. He could get, you know, he could be the man to take over a part of the economy. He could be blessed to take over the businesses that was taken from him. He could get it back. You know, he could be blessed in having many wives who all have good jobs and who all have college degrees. He don't need to get a college degree because he got a wife that love him to get a college degree. He got two wives that love him that got college degree. Both of them are RNs. Both of them are RNs. Both of them work in the government. They're lawyers. You know what I mean? You know, whatever things are high paying to sisters, he doesn't go marry a bum. You know what I mean? He go against a woman that looks after him while he go teaches the thing that is not respected, teaching the Bible. Teaching the Bible is not respected in the earth unless you are a rich Christian pastor, because they rob people. But to have the Bible on the street and saying, the Bible says Christ is black. The Bible says UFOs are the chariots of God. The Bible, according to the Bible, God is racist in the Bible. You know, according to the Bible, the man is the head of the woman. Women are supposed to serve men in the Bible. That is unpopular. And what did they say? Hey, go get a job. Huh? 905? God. Go get a job. Go get a job. You don't know my wife. My wife got a job. My wife backed me up. And I right at the up. How many you got? Unknown. Good. You know what I mean?
Unlimited.
Unlimited. Good. Nice. You know what I mean? One from every tribe.
Much polygamy.
Get in there. Much polygamy. T-shirt. You know what I mean? Okay. Good. But we get the whole idea of the greeting. And with that, to the brothers, I want to greet you. How Bashim Shai, Rogasam. To the sisters, How Shamanathan Bashim Shai. I want to pass the class with priest and officer 5,000. Yes, that's all. Okay.
Both sides. Christ, clap it up for the class. You. Most High Christ Israel. We are the ISUPK, started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from their head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3, verses 8 to 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation, which will be the Feast of Purim, that is March 13 and March 14. All right, make sure you check the bulletin board in your school. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, headband, pants. Any sister want to be part of the school, contact a camp leader near your location. Go to isupk.com or you can contact us on any social media platforms. With that, men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imajam, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Imajam Shabbat. Imajam. Barak. Yahweh to the sisters, Yahweh Shamar Alatam by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yajamata, dismiss. You.
One. There's 1,000 different